Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Skytrak13 meteorologist Sean Ash on a breezy but thankfully dry Saturday afternoon. Unfortunately, the damage done yesterday. I want to run down a sampling of some of the impressive rain amounts from Ridgeville, over 4 inches, Greenfield, Muncie, Fort Harrison, Warren Park, all over 4 inches. And to put that into perspective, most of that fell in less than 12 hours, and our average precipitation for the entire month of June is 4¼ inches. So it's not a shock that we're seeing these pictures of flooding even today. This is from the Sports Journal up in Kokomo. This is the Cal Ripken Little League up there. You can see covered in water. A lot of rivers and creeks remaining out of their banks at this hour. And this is Highland Park, and you can see the Vermont Covered Bridge. Facebook friend of Channel 13, this is Trent up in Sharpsville, showing us the flooding. We'll go from there over into Pendleton. Dave says it's as high as he's seen the Falls Park. It's what a lot of folks are telling him. And last stop on the picture here, this is from Marion, Indiana, from Jalen. We appreciate the picture there. So we have aerial flood warnings that remain up, including Indianapolis, Tipton, Crawfordsville, Shelbyville. So this is going to be flooding away from rivers. And these are going to run till about 10 p.m. this evening. Blackford, Grant, Jay counties remain until 1 a.m. We've been told that Portland is suffering from some very serious flooding, the city of Portland, and we've got a story on that coming up tonight at 6 p.m. as well as 11. And not to mention, river flood warnings are going to remain in place, and we're going to get some moderate flooding out of this. So if you live in some of the areas that are typical to flooding, stay on top of that. Now, as I mentioned, we're drying out. Pretty decent day. 70 in Indy, 74 Terre Haute. Cloud cover much thicker to the northeast, and that's where it's much cooler. Only 60 degrees in Richmond. The average high this time of year is 85. So way off the mark. Even here in Indy, with the little sunshine trying to peek through, we're holding at 70. You've been outside, you know the breeze is a big story, but the humidity is very comfortable. Once the wind subsides and the clouds clear overnight, we're talking, look at the lows tomorrow morning, 51 in Peru and Greencastle and the city of Indy, we're probably talking about 53. So a great start. We've circled Sunday for a week now as the best day of the week, and that's going to play out. Now, clouds are going to flare up in the afternoon. We're going to make it up to about 80 in most backyards, I believe, tomorrow, at least most. But we're going to have to look to the west probably by 4 or 5 o'clock. There's going to be a quick moving disturbance riding down the flow here. Might spread in a stray shower or a little quick rumble of thunder. Most of your day tomorrow is going to be fine. But once we get closer to midnight, I think we're going to get some storms moving back in here. These will be quick movers, the way it looks right now, but maybe enough to drop some more locally heavy rain. And that's really going to start the next stretch of a daily chance of showers and storms. It doesn't mean it's going to rain all day, every day, but we are definitely going to have scattered storms on the radar every single day, it looks like. Looking ahead to next weekend for July 4th, maybe we may luck out and the most active part of the front is going to sink to the south, but I will kind of caution you that this far out, that forecast may drastically change. So I'm in for Kelly Green this evening. Going to be on air at 6 p.m. as well as 11 o'clock. If you can't make it, you know the forecast always available. Hope you've downloaded our app. Got some great tools there. Live Doppler 13 radar, the forecast blog, all kinds of good stuff. Have a great weekend, friends.